The Army's hopes for a framework by the end of the year to keep its leased training lands in Hawaii is getting pushed back tonight.
The Sierra Club says there's no rush. Mahea Lonnie Richardson has the story. Mahea.
Well, Mark and Ash, the Army's leases at Pohakuloa on Hawaii Island and other sites on Oahu expire in 4 years. Governor Green is also weighing in.
In his letter last week, Army Secretary Dan Driscoll told Governor Green about the military's need to train on leased state lands. He hopes to have a mutually acceptable framework by the end of this year and believes land exchange can be a part of this framework. Also last week, Governor Green spoke of his meeting with the Army Secretary during his July visit to Hawaii.
At any moment, if they truly wanted to, they could take the land. They could eminent domain it from us, and we would get nothing.
This land matters to the United States Army. We have got to be able to train here. And so one of the things we talked with the governor about is the timeline for closing this out and getting to kind of a firm agreement.
The governor's mention of eminent domain is getting pushback from environmental and cultural groups.
Eminent domain action will just flush all of this down the toilet. What Governor Green needs to do is to get the Pentagon to recognize this instead of just, vaguely alluding to eminent domain as if it's a boogeyman that's supposed to scare us into submission.
I explained very clearly that it could be counterproductive for the federal government to take our land because everyone saw what happened on Mauna Kea. There was protest, and it was impossible to move forward.
Green spoke of what he wants if there were to be a land swap.
We make sure that things like Makua Valley returns to Hawaii, that we get monies to help remediate the weaponry that's been used there, the bombs and so on. I also want to see extra concessions. I want to see housing come. I'm asking the military to build 5,000 houses, for example, for the soldiers so that it takes down some of the pressure on us.
Green's office says there have been no official conversations about a land exchange, and the Sierra Club says there's no rush to move ahead.
That's part of the problem is the lack of transparency. We're hearing very conflicting things coming from the governor's office. There is no emergency right now in terms of timing. The military does have leases that go until 2029.
Now, at the end of this month, the state says it'll launch a new public website throughout this process. It'll include formal documents received from the Army, background on the leases, and updates as discussions progress. Mahea Lonnie Richardson, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you, Mahea.